Aquaba, welcome back to Dinah's channel. Guys, I'm still at it. And guess what I have coming up? A one-on-one with my subscriber. First time on the continent of Africa, making it destination Ghana. Let me get right in to this one-on-one. And we're gonna bring it.
Hello, hi, how are you all doing today?
Welcome to Dan's channel, guys. Let me give you
Howard Dunn.
a little back. You see this one start, guys, and ball out the name already. Let me give you a little background. Now, my subscriber, yes, Howard Dunn. We've been communicating Howard for the better part of 3 months,
Yes,
and
early April.
Howard reached out to me, you know, the usual email guys.
I'm a fan.
Howard say he's a fan. And guys, so I'm going to tell you, before we get into the meat and potatoes, Howard reached out via email. We connected and I facilitated Howard with phase 1
Correct.
of his objectives in Ghana. Okay? And phase 1, my facilitation, based on Howard's request, was to obtain land in the Pan-African Village, PAV.
Yes.
So I did phase 1. Now, Howard is one of those subscribers where Howard is very much a YouTube consumer morning, noon, and night. And Howard will oftentimes be saying, Dinus, don't you know this one? Don't you know that person? But guys, be that as it may, Howard, as I said, I facilitated Howard with phase 1. And Howard made some other connections to assist him with phase 2 of his objectives, which is all brilliant. Here we are going to go into what phase 2 is all about. But presently, we're in phase 3. And you see that one-on-one I did with Dale? Phase 3 was based on Howard saying to me, Diane, you have to meet Dale. Okay? So let us start from right here, sir. Where were you born, Howard?
Well, before I even give the audience that detailed description, let me first say that I would love to extend my deep appreciation to the people who have made it possible for me to be sitting here in the eastern side of the globe speaking with Dianis. And those names begin by saying Bob Marley is one of a great influence with his song still ticks in my head on a regular basis. And right now I have so much things to say. Shouts out to Prime Minister P.J. Patterson, who have been in connection with the President of Ghana, Nana Adodo, Dakwama Akufu, and they came together in the realization that the time is now for diaspora, in especially Jamaica, to make the connection to start coming back home. And that's another influence right there. Another shouts out to Dr. Omar Johnson in the United States, who have made many visits here in the African continent and have visited places like Zimbabwe, Buckingham Faso, and the list goes on. Enough shouts out to him too, that psychology in the United States. Enough respect, Omar. Shouts out to President Ibrahim Traore of Buckingham Faso, who is making an effort now in this stage of our life and stage of our life to make a difference in trying to change the trajectory of trajectory of what we have been living through for the past 4th century or even 5th century to begin with. And the first thing we have to do is change the curriculum. I'm continuing. I'll get precise. I'll tell you where I'm from originally, but give me one more minute. Now, shouts out to Prime Minister Andrew Holness, who is trying to make a difference in the island. You could put Jamaica in Georgia, where I am from, as a second home, 19 times. Anyway, so originally I am from.
So, where were you born, boss?
I'm the parish of St. Andrew. I lived at Kingston, a place called Barbican, 10 Bertsica Lane, Kingston 8.
Okay, Howard. You migrated from Jamaica to the US of A. How long have you been living in the US of A?
Getting to the US of A was
No.
a challenge.
How long have you been living in the US of A?
I've been there since 1990.
Wow, how many years that, Howard?
That's 1990, 2000, 2010, 2020, almost 44 years.
Almost 44 years in the US of A.
Yes.
Howard, why Ghana?
The time has come because financially, even though I'm not doing so bad in the US financially, I realize that I'm not going to be able to own what I have as I get older. Yeah, and my social security that I'm going to be getting when I'm 65 won't be able to take care of my expenses. So therefore, I feel as if it's an illusion and I will eventually lose it all. And I've seen many folks who have lost it all.
So Destination Ghana became a choice for you as a gateway to see if you could
Own my own home, stop paying mortgages, stop paying unnecessary bills, especially the property tax. I've lived in Henry County, near close to Atlanta, and I moved there since 2006, and my property tax was like 2,500, and now my property tax is almost 7,000.
heavy, Howard. I ask you this, the family, because we have wifey and we have kiddies and you have other siblings. Do they have the Africa bug like you?
No.
Howard.
I think one of my family members asked me if I saw any lion while I was here.
Wow. but Howard, I will say this to you. Guys, as I said, a lot of persons on the YouTube, and you always hear me encourage, you need to move from the computer and make decision to get here. Howard did just that, okay? Now, Howard, you landed, I'm going to tell you, Howard, boots on the ground, people, in ordinary, it's not ordinary at all, because I'm going to let you know what you accomplished in 2 weeks, all right? Now, Howard, when you landed at the airport, because guys, Howard's next connectors took over from pick him up at the airport and took him straight to the central region. When you landed at the airport, please describe to my audience, how did you feel? What kind of emotions? Because all of us experience something different. Your touchdown. Describe. First time.
Wow, I wanted to pinch myself because I could not, I didn't actually believe that I'd gotten here. This was a lifelong bucket list that I wanted to accomplish, and I finally got the courage to be here. When I came at the airport and I came off, I said, wow, I'm actually in Africa. And I look around, there was a sea of black folks. And I said to myself, wow, this is different, which is this. It's completely different. And I saw a amount of young kids. Uh, from ages between 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up. This to me was actually exciting, and everybody was out and about trying to make a living and make ends meet, and I interacted with them. It's as if I was a part of the people.
So Howard, does Ghana look like the country of your birth? What are the similarities? Tell me that connection there.
I thought Jamaica have big mango. Let me tell you something. Jamaica don't have no big mango. Me see bigger mango than when we have a Jamaica. You think you have big Bambi and you have boast about it? You want to feed them? You know what? Let me just not to get off track, right? I was pleased with what I saw, and
The roadside vending, the way it looks, the mode of transportation, the show, the similar things we have in Jamaica. We just call it a different name.
Correct.
But how the place look, it's just big. Would you say that
it's
for
huge.
yourselves?
It's
Yes.
huge. And I went from one end to another, and it
Yes.
wasn't too far, and it took me almost 6 hours.
Mm.
So, and everywhere you go, there's banana tree, there's
Yeah.
plantain tree,
Yeah.
there's apple tree, there's orange tree, there's lime tree. I went out, I picked my lime, I get my plantain. The only thing we couldn't find was some green banana.
You
But
cook?
Of course,
You cook?
Of course.
Guys, okay, guys, I tell you, we're moving this, because there's a lot to cover with Howard. So Howard got to the Central Region, Pan-African Village, and he stayed in his accommodation. Now, guys, in the 2 weeks, Howard got his plots. Couple plots he got, leave it at that, and he got them cleared. Howard, please to tell my audience, right? Because Howard, boots on the ground, was him in there to him working. He was a workman doing everything. Explain to me, when you came, you saw your plots. Are you happy with your plot?
Yes, but let me be frank with you. When I came, all I came to do was get my
Indenture.
and go back home. But that bug hits you, and next thing you know, you're
It hook you.
hiring a bulldozer to clear the property, and then next thing you know, you're putting up your pillars, and then you finally say to yourself, I'm a landowner. Yes,
go.
I finally
Yes.
own my own land, and then I walk those, because I bought 3 plots, and I walked those 3 plots, and I was excited. And I even went further to make sure I put a borehole on it. And the wife said, what are you doing? You staying?
Guys, I have the vlogs to show you. So I'll be uploading those vlogs where you will hear, it will be Howard narrating, doing his thing down there. So you literally see those visuals. So you got your plots and you really cleared them. And that in itself, to me,
It's a
I'm
feat.
sure the audience will comment. It's 2 weeks. The gentleman did all of that in 2 weeks, and he's here now in Greater Accra on phase 3. But Howard, it's your investment, and you say you have stuff to do. But for you, you will be doing the back and forth. This is not a permanent move you're doing anytime now. So share with the global space, right? That if there's somebody out there that sees themselves in you, Howard, right? Just give an example. Just give them a little bit of what you intend to do, right? Because you have cleared your plots. You don't have to go into full details and
Okay.
throw out the whole of your dream.
Okay.
But what is it in your head that you're going to manage while you're not there? Could you present how are you going to manage your investments?
What I realize is that the sky is the limit here. You can actually do your own thing, what you dream of actually accomplishing in your lifetime. It can be done. You just have to find a way to be able to sustain yourself. So you need that income. I'm not there yet.
Yes.
So I have to go back and
Yes.
forth in order to do what I want. And I'm going to do it slowly.
Yes.
Because you can pace yourself. And you can say, I'll have this done in 2 years or 4 years or 5 years.
Yes.
And then once you have your dream business or your dream home put in place, you then can come and relax. You don't have no mortgage payment.
Yeah.
You don't have no water bill. The only thing you may have is a little light bill, which is cheap in comparison to what you're paying in the US of A. You can have your internet service here. You can live much comfortable. The dollar will stretch a mile longer than it does in the US of A. At the
Yes.
end of your retirement age, you won't be grappling around trying to figure out why am I losing my property after working 40 years doing 3 jobs in the US.
Power to talk.
I am telling you that you will come across this as you age. It, make preparation now while you're 35, while you're 40, 45, while you're 50, 55, and put these things in place so you have something to fall back on if you dream idea in the United States or in Europe or in England or in Australia doesn't work out the way you plan. You have your own stuff right here and you make certain that it's here. And you're going to love being here because it's laid back.
Yes.
You can't even afford to pay a maid or someone to help you in your old age in the United States. Here you can have at least your butler, somebody to take you around, your
Talk.
chauffeur. You can have 2 persons
Talk the
want to
things.
go buy your food when you're ready. You can have another person who is cooking for you and taking care of the bed. You go to your beach, you relax, your dollar goes so far, you can't believe you're living like Queen Elizabeth III. You think I'm joking? All right. When you come, you yourself will see what I'm talking about.
So Howard, when Dan is keeps saying, come, 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 now that you're finally here, you see that it really is important
You
to
know-
just come
You-
and see for yourself.
You gotta see it to believe it.
True.
You gotta participate in it to understand the dynamics. It is a wonderful experience. Right now, I don't want to go back home because I know I have to go back on the hamster wheel. This is the best 3 weeks I've had. I've been so relaxed. You understand?
Well, you're looking well. And Howard, I'm going to tell you, I commend you
Yes, ma'am.
because first time coming to Ghana and you got straight down to business. Your boots on the ground is a different level.
Right, I never
Clear those plots and then to put borehole on. Guys, you're going to see. I remember when you sent me the text and I called you because I called and I said, what is all that noise? Where you rushing? What is going on? And
Yes,
we said the
the
borehole going on.
Right.
Borehole.
That is true. That is true.
In the night. What
Yes.
time did you say you finish?
At about 11:25.
You hear that, guys?
PM.
11:25
That's how
p.m.
committed I was to make
Yes.
certain that I get the ground running. You know what I realized? That I'm maybe 10 to 15 years late in coming. And what I saw and how I saw people living, I said to myself, wow, Howard, you have been a dummy. But
We're not going to say that. Somebody else said to me that they should have been here 5. This is what I'm going to say. The time is now,
yes,
and it's for
that's the
you.
same
Nothing
word. That's
before
that's
you.
the same word.
Nothing before the
PJ
time.
Patterson
It's your
used.
time. It's
Time
your
come.
time.
Time
And
come.
what you do with it is purely down to you. Okay?
Time come.
I think you did wonderfully. Right? My
Yes.
boots on the ground look like I can't even try. Howard, just in closing, just in 2 minutes, share to the audience. And why they should literally make the sacrifice, the year almost ending, just to come and have a look. Because again, you're going back, you're going to be working, doing the back and forth until.
You have to have a safety net in place. You have to have a safety net in place. You have to have a safety net in place.
Yes.
You have to make certain that as you get older, you have a foundation that is solid as a rock that you can stand and lean on. You have to put those things in place. You can't take things for granted and say, maybe in another 10 years, maybe. You can't do that. The time is now.
And price goes
the
up.
economy is changing.
Yeah.
Africa is a great place to be. It is a growing economy. The
Yes.
young are here. Everybody is coming back now. Even the companies are looking forward to come here because their generation is so young here. They can take care of their needs.
Power to talk.
Okay, and America itself it won't have the workforce, and you will be too old to.
And neither Europe and Canada. The workforce is here on the continent.
So if you're smart, you adapt to the change, just like the computer. No computer system use any Lotus 123 or DOS 2.0. No, you couldn't put that into any computer. It's Windows 10. This is Windows 10. Okay.
Boom, boom. We close. I like that.
All right.
Right? Repeat that one for me again. Give me the Lotus line and end with that. Give me that one again. I like that.
I said, back in the past, which is America and Europe, you had this Lotus 123 and DOS 2.0 system that was operating. Those days are gone. We are moving now in an era where Windows 10 and Windows 11 is taking over. And this is where it's at. Okay? So if you're smart, you put your plain fare aside and come and see what it's
Or run a partner if you have to do that. It is what it is. Run, you have to run.
So, the credit card we are used to buy the Michael Jordan.
Hard.
I run down the Mercedes, baby.
Hard. Boom.
Yeah?
Power to talk.
You make certain so you put it aside for a little airfare to come and look. It's cheap here, guys. It's not expensive.
I mean, things have gone up, but still for those coming in, because cheap is going to be relative. But the bottom line is, you guys coming in, you will differently see.
$40 US to spend on where you live can let you stay there for a month.
Howard, a pleasure. We're going to go, guys. Howard, phase 3, Greater Accra. We're going to do a little bit of road on his last leg. And again, thank you for choosing Destination Ghana.
I wanted to say something in closing.
Close off, please.
And your oldness.
No, don't do that. You're sending greetings to Jamaica.
Make sure you come.
Wonderful. We need the connection from Jamaica direct to Ghana and from Ghana direct to Jamaica. Wonderful. Howard, Medase.
Akwama.
Thank you. You have made an impact with your investment thus far. Guys, if you enjoyed this, please like, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. What good. God bless. Howard's videos, vlogs will be uploaded shortly, where you see him narrating and you'll be able to view his plots. Have a great weekend. This has been good. And every time, God bless.